What's good, Grey Gang? We're out here and we have an M1 Carbine right here. Not an M1 Garand, but an M1 Carbine, which is, you know, a lot different. But anyways, I'm gonna sit in here and I'm gonna try to tell you a little bit about it. And here in a second, we're gonna try to shoot it. Try is the key word because, you know, this thing is like, well, over 50 years old, but still. Now, as y'all see, we're out here in the middle of a cornfield. That way I don't hurt anybody. But, you know, I do have an M1 Carbine. Now, if you're not familiar with an M1 Carbine, okay, it's not an assault rifle, it's not a sniper rifle, it's not a semi-automatic rifle, it's not a rifle at all, it's a carbine. Now, the M1 Carbine, it was a World War II gun, and it's actually the most mass-produced, you know, World War II gun, like, that they made. They made over 6 million of them, and that is a lot of guns, people. With the M1 Garand, I think, coming in second with around like 5 million guns. This one, they made 6 million of these bad boys, which is a good reason why I have one in my hands today. Now, the bullet it shoots, it looks a little funky, okay? It's this right here. This is a 30 carbine. I'm getting a close-up with it right now, just so you know, you can get a good look at it. But it's a 30 carbine. Now, as you see right here, it sort of just looks like a really long pistol bullet. And that's because that's basically what it is. Up top, it's basically, I'd say a 9mm, about that size. So it's basically a 9mm with like over twice as much powder, and it's twice as much, you know, powerful at that point. And like I just said a minute ago, the cartridge it shoots is a 30 carbine. I've also heard the gun called a 30 carbine, so M1 carbine, 30 carbine, I guess you could really just call it either one. Now don't worry guys, I don't have one in the chamber, but there is a few down here in the magazine, which the magazine is this right here. It's like a little box magazine. I'm not 100% sure, but I'm pretty sure this box right here holds like 20 magazines. It says on the bottom, it says Universal Firearms Corporation. I'm not sure if that's one of the people who made it. I've heard that 10 different companies were like assigned to make this gun, the 30 carbine. Up here it says Universal. Up here on the barrel, I really don't see any markings at all, but I'm not exactly sure if Universal's one of the people who made it. I'm not that big into it. I don't know that much about it, but it does say Universal on the magazine and on the gun itself. So the story that I've heard about how the 30 carbine, you know, the M1 carbine came about is that, you know, the bunch of people that, you know, like the people who sort of with the odd jobs where they weren't shooting people, you know, they weren't in battle every single day, and they didn't really want to carry like a big giant M1 Garand, which they could get really heavy. Like the people who drove a truck or were just carrying food to the people back in the camps and stuff. The people who were just doing jobs like that. They didn't want to carry around a big old rifle, a big old M1 Garand all day, because like I said, those things are heavy. They didn't want to carry around a BAR, because those things are very heavy. And at the time, a lot of them were just carrying a 1911 pistol. And that wasn't enough, like just in case stuff got dirty, they needed more than a pistol. So they came up with this, and it weighs right in around 5 pounds, which is perfect. And I mean, I'm just gonna walk around with it, maybe dance a little with it, but you can just tell, like boys, this is a small gun, and you can do whatever you want to with it, and like, it's not too heavy. You're not gonna get, you know, you're not gonna get tired lugging it around. It's got a sling right here on it, so you can just throw it on your back and basically do whatever you want. And right now, I've only got a few bullets for it, but we're gonna try to shoot it over here. We may find us a pop can, we may find us a banana growing on a tree here in Kentucky. We're gonna shoot it. Let's go find something to shoot real quick. Okay, Grey Gang, we're down here, we're beside this creek. I really didn't find anything to shoot at, so we're just gonna shoot into the bank over there on the other side of the creek. Here we go, here's the magazine, just like that. We're gonna load it in there, give it a good little pop, pull back the what do you call it, receiver, whatever, the bolt, load one up in there like that. It's ready to go. All I gotta do is knock off the safety, which is a little wheel down here. Knock that. It's ready to fire right now. Here we go. And I do apologize in advance, I don't have hearing protection. However, it's the best I can do, and I honestly have an hour with this gun, so I'm not gonna pass up this opportunity just because I don't have hearing protection. Surely you guys can relate. Would you pass up an opportunity to shoot a World War II gun just because you don't have an earplug? That's right. Anyway, I'm gonna shoot it into the bank. Anyways, here we go. Yo! Now, people always tell you never to do this, and I'm telling you not to do it right now. Do not shoot into water. But for this case and this case only, it'll be okay, because it will ricochet. It's no doubt. It's going to ricochet off water. It just does. But once it does, it's literally got a mountain, guys. It's got a mountain. It ain't going through the mountain. It'll be all right. But I'm going to shoot into the water. We're going to watch it fly up a little bit, see how high it goes, see if that'll give us a little power indicator. But yeah, in this case only, it's okay to shoot in water. But for you guys, just don't even try it, because it's very, very dangerous, okay? Here we go. Oh my lordy, that is a big gun, people. It's a big gun and a little bun. I had 6 bullets here to start off with. I've got 4 more. I'm gonna shoot these next 3 as fast as I can. So here we go. Oh, here we go. We got our first dud right here. But anyways, I'm gonna shoot these last 2 right here as quick as I can. All right, there's another dud. World War II duds, boys. Dud. I will say something about those. As you can see here, all 3 of these bullets right here, they've all been hit. See that right there? It's definitely been hit. These have all 3 been hit by the firing pin. But also, they've all 3, and the other 3 didn't. But these have like a red marker drawn around them. I think that means something because these are the only 3 that just didn't shoot. I think it does mean something. We're gonna shoot them one more time just to, you know, maybe they'll eventually fire. But if like that red marking on the primer, if that's an actual thing, go tell me in the comments and tell me what it means, because I don't know what it means. But here we go. Loading in the magazine. We're gonna pull back. Ready? There we go. If it's ready, it's ready. Here we go. Yep, that's a dud. Here we go with the second one. Yep, that one's a dud. And then the third one, the last try. Yep, it's a dud. I even flinched a little bit on that one, just hoping it would shoot, but it didn't. But anyway, seems like that's all we got. 3 shots right there. I'll make a deal with y'all, and I know the Gray Gang's capable of this. If we can get over 8,000 likes on this video, 8,000 likes, I will go to the nearest shooting store, buy 30 carbine bullets, and I'll come back and I'll just shoot them up, guys. If we can get over 8,000 likes on this video, I'll go buy a full box of shells and we'll come out here and we'll just have a field day with this thing. And so, I mean, I guess that's up to you guys. Go down, hit the like button right now. And as of right now, we really don't have any more bullets for this gun, so let's move on to something else. Probably, you know, back at the house. Okay, guys, so it is the next day, and like, I'm just gonna tell you guys, yesterday, whenever I shot that M1 Carbine, like, it changed my life. Not really, but it did, you know, it made me want to do something. And what it made me want to do is it made me want to just straight up build like a gun range. So, you know, right here, this is where I usually shoot my guns. I've even got a box right there. You know, there's some little discs that, you know, where I've shot them and stuff. But after I shot that gun, I was like, man, this is fun. And so, like, and y'all like the video. If y'all like shooting guns, I like shooting guns. We're gonna shoot some guns, but I do want to make my gun range. This is a perfect location. I can put some kind of standing targets there. I can shoot all over that wall, and it's like the safest place ever because all the bullets, they just go straight into that, and then boom, it's over. And all I have to do is get the targets, maybe get some paper, maybe some, I don't know, bowling pins, something cool like that. All I gotta do right now is just go around, get a bunch of targets, and, you know, just set it up. And I mean, I don't think I have a lot of targets, but I do know for sure I do have a few I can use. One of which is this right here. Now, we've used this in a video before. I think it's, you know, whenever I shot my school binders last year. But basically, all this is this like just literally, it's a stand just like that. And it's got these little like paper clips or whatever. You can hang a target from there. What I'm thinking with this is that I think this can take place of the box. Because with a box, I have to come over here, stick the shooting C on the box. And then after I shoot it, well, you know, the box, I have to just throw it away. What I'm thinking I can do is, you know, just instead of peeling that off, just get the whole piece of paper and just clip it up here. And, you know, just shoot it, take the target off, put a new one up, and boom. Game over. We do it again. And, you know, like with this design, it's got really short little prongs in it, so it's really easy to just move, stick it. I don't like it there, I can move it over here, stick it. Maybe I'm wanting to put something else right there and shoot. I can pick it up, move it back, stick it, just like that. But that time it fell down, you know. Hey, 30-mile-an-hour wind to the max. But, you know, on YouTube, there's 2 really good shooting channels and gun channels that I watch. One, Hitcock 45, and he's got like an amazing shooting range, and 2, Demolition Range Ranch. He's got an awesome shooting range too. His isn't as big as Hitcock 45's, but it's still a pretty awesome gun range. And I was hoping for me and the Gray Gang, maybe we could turn this space into one of those YouTube gun ranges. That's the plan. But as of right now, we got a lot of work to do. And I actually do remember, I do have a steel target. It's over there. We'll get it in a minute. But as of right now, you know, like last week, I didn't make any videos. There was a lot of confusion about that. A lot of people said that I saw your Twitter post that you quit. Well, 1, I didn't quit. And 2, I don't even have a Twitter. So I don't know how that started, but I did not quit. I just took a little vacation, which I did address in the last video posted before I took off for a week. But since it was a vacation and I didn't make any videos for a week, I didn't get to, you know, have any January merch drops in that week. So, you know, if you get where I'm coming at, I'm bringing one right now. We have the new KG limited edition Carhartt coat right here. Just kidding, guys. It's what's under the coat that really matters. Now, this shirt right here, legends never die. Now, first of all, this is what you call a majestic graphic tee. But with y'all being Gray Gangsters, this has a whole lot of meaning. Now, as you can see, the man, that's me. I got my compound bow. This is Bucky. And even though we didn't quite kill Bucky this year, that just gives this shirt that much more meaning. And let me tell you, there's like a lot of meaning in this shirt. So I'm gonna take me a seat on this live trap, and then I'm gonna tell you about it. So what this shirt right here is, this is the Gen 2 Bucky series shirt. Now, of course, Bucky was introduced to us last year whenever I, accidentally shot him in the back and, didn't kill him. But, that's whenever he's introduced to us, and we actually made this shirt, which is this here. This is the original Bucky shirt. And this season, like the Gray Gang, it grew amazingly giant. Like, we grew so many subscribers this season that it's crazy. And as I looked through the comments as I'd go hunting, people would say, don't kill Bucky. He's in the Gray Gang. He's like family. And it wasn't everybody like that. Like, yeah, there's a few people out there like, hey, bro, you need to kill him and eat him for breakfast. But, as the season progressed, more and more people was like, kind of taking him in as a friend, until eventually Bucky just straight up like disappeared. And here's my theory. I may not be right, I may be wrong, but it makes sense to me. As we all agree, Bucky, he is a legend, along with Jedis in Star Wars. They are also legends. They are savages, like Bucky. But in this last Star Wars movie, spoiler alert, okay, like Luke Skywalker, he gone. But nobody killed him. He sort of just, sit on a rock and poofed into thin air. Nobody killed him. It was just his time to go. Well, my theory is that, Bucky was just trotting along in the forest, maybe, I don't know, a month or two into deer season, just decided, bro, I'm too cool for this. I just want to go home. So he poofed, and boom, now he's in heaven. That's my theory. Because there's honestly no other way that a deer like that just disappears. And he definitely disappeared. It's either that or he got hit by a truck. I'm not sure. But I feel because Bucky was with us for so long, that he is sort of like a spirit in the woods. And even though he's long gone, even though 5 years down the road, I feel like the spirit of Bucky will always be with us on our deer hunting adventures. And that is why I made a Gen 2, a second year Bucky shirt. Now, will they be a Bucky shirt next year? Man, I don't know. We'll just have to see how strong the force is with him, but hey, you never know. But anyways, guys, that is like the third drop of the January merch drop, and if you missed the second drop, is actually a lanyard, and like, here's a picture of those, because those are pretty dope, I'll just tell you that. I have it on my keys, I use it every single day. But yeah, like we was doing before I even started talking about the Gen 2 Bucky shirt, we're trying to build a gun range, and so I got some steel targets, unless I lost them. Now, to be honest, guys, the last time I saw them, they were like somewhere down in here. I don't even know if I have them anymore, but they may be up here. Hey, there's the deer head. I actually found that whenever I was rabbit hunting. Pretty good rack. But anyways, hey, there they, okay. Now, as you can see, these aren't the thickest steel targets. These aren't made for bigger calibers. I believe the limit was like 22 only. However, as y'all know on the channel, like, I shoot a lot of 22s. So these should be perfect, especially just for starting out with my gun range. Just stick them in the ground, something like that. Nothing major, nothing amazingly awesome, but I mean, hey, those are cool. I mean, I remember shooting on them with like a little 22. You'd come over here, you'd shoot it, bing, it'd ping a little bit, spin around a few times. Good times. But what I'm gonna do is I'm not just gonna set this up. I'm gonna demonstrate. Now, we'll say I'm not gonna go straight up and get a gun. I'm not gonna go to 22. However, I do have like the air gun sitting like right there. So I'm just gonna get it and peck at that target a few times. Why not, And so I just went over there and got the gun. I believe we ended up naming it the Gray Gun. Don't worry, guys. I remembered that vote. I believe like a large percentage of you guys wanted to call this the Gray Gun. Just like y'all wanted to be the Gray Gang. Guess this wants to be the Gray Gun. But right over there's a target. I'm gonna set y'all down on my four-wheeler just because, I don't have a tripod right now. And then I'm just gonna shoot it and hope it spins. Let's see if we can get this little, redneck tripod to work. Right there's the target. I believe it's gonna work perfect. But anyways, guys, I'm gonna shoot the one on the right. Hopefully it'll spin a little bit. It didn't spin much, but it spinned a little bit. You could tell I hit it at least. And it did have that ding, which is always nice. And just keep in mind, whenever I start using a full-size 22, that will start spinning. But as you can see right there on the middle, you can see where that pellet hit, sort of gave it a new life, I guess. Maybe knocked the rust off of it. But anyways, guys, wish me luck in the comments on my gun range. We're going to try to upgrade it. We're going to upgrade it together, me, you, the Gray Gang. And hopefully this gun range right here can have a bunch of guns shot at it. That's the plan. But anyways, guys, I'll see you later. I'm out of breath, and I'm going to go eat me a corn dog. If you're not part of the Gray Gang, go ahead and subscribe by hitting the button on the top right, and feel free to watch some of my past videos on the left. As always, favorite squad, post it up, down low. If you want some of this sweet merch, head on over to KendallGray1.com or the link in the description. But besides that, I'll catch you later in tomorrow's video.